things are kind of quiet on these streets on a Sunday afternoon. But there's a whole lot of cars parked around. You get the feeling something's going on. I've heard about this. This is crossover land, where both Vikings and Packer fans coexist, at least kind of. Now, you want the definition of the Viking-Packer rivalry? You come here to Centuria, Wisconsin, not far from the Minnesota border. At the Harvest Moon Saloon, you walk in through this door. Then you have to make a big decision. Oh my gosh, it's game day. Now, are you for the Packers, or are you rooting for the Vikings? Yes, we are at the Harvest Moon Bar, smack in the middle of crossover land. And on this day, the Vikings are playing the Packers, where you can enter either door. Tell me about this, the idea to put a Packer door in and a Viking door. How'd you come up with that?
When I bought the bar, the Packer Viking door was already there. And there was shade carpeting on the poles. So I took all the shade carpeting off, and then I had the poles painted.
He sounds like that without his horn!
They sit on either side of the bar to cheer for their team. This is the ultimate NFL mix. And so when the Vikings played the Packers...
Oh, that's a big one to watch. We gotta watch those.
I heard you guys screaming loud enough for the Packers. It was almost as if you were trying to let the Viking fans over here, you wanted them to live in pain.
They should be they are in pain.
Have to understand, this rivalry been around a while, and this bar facilitates a friendly fire. It is the spirit that is a sports fan.
We love them all, but they're still purple.
You love them every day, but this one.
But they're still purple, yes.
That says it all in these parts. It says it all about the Vikings and Packers. No one knows it better than Jerry Burns. See, he was an assistant coach for Vince Lombardi before he was a coach for the Minnesota Vikings.
People have asked me about Lombardi. He was a tough guy. I'll say that. When I say a hard guy to work for, I don't mean it in that regard, but because nobody worked harder than Vince Lombardi. But I mean, he was the kind of guy that was there the first thing in the morning and stayed to the last thing at night, and most intense guy you've ever seen.
Tony Salento knew Lombardi too. He was a then young team photographer when Lombardi was as much a word as he was a name.
One of the greatest experiences I've had, as a young person, was to be kind of mentored by an individual that had such a commitment for perfection, for belief in who you are, and so on and so forth. And I kind of carried that throughout my career.
Yes, Lombardi set the standard, but when the Vikings started winning games under a coach named Bud Grant, the rivalry was really born, and the fans from opposite teams that were friends had to learn to cope with each other.
It seems to me a lot of your Viking fans are from the immediate Minneapolis, St. Paul area. The Packer fans are from all throughout Wisconsin, because Green Bay is not that big a town. When I was there, it was like 65 or 70,000. Right now, I think it's in nearly 200,000.
I love my Green Bay Packers.
Go Vikings, let's win this game. Go Vikings, honor your name. Go get a first down, then get a touchdown. Rock it, sock it, fight, 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 fight. Go Vikings, run up the score. Look at this, yeah,
Well, my grandmother was a Packer fan. She used to always say she was the original Green Bay Packer backer. She was born in 1903, and we used to watch the games when I was a kid. We'd go at it tooth and nail with each other, and we just loved it. And I remember when my grandmother died, every single Packer game, I think of her. I think up and I think she's watching this game, just like we always watch games together.
What has evolved is under one roof on this day. For some, their rooting interest has to work within the confines of a relationship. It's not as radical as a Protestant and a Catholic. Well, maybe. These two date. There are murmurs that they may be heading in a direction of matrimony, but one's a Packer fan and one's a Viking fan. How did you ever meet?
Hanging out up here in Wisconsin.
And you're a Viking fan and you still were able to come to terms with a Packer fan?
Yeah, you gotta, deal with them sometimes.
Be honest with me now. Be really honest. Aren't Viking fans that are females better looking than Packer fans that are female?
I have no comment on that one, so.
It is a challenge to coexist, but these mixed marriages somehow find a way, for better or for worse. Adding to the fuel over the years, number 4. The only number 4 that matters to either team, the one that played for both teams, a guy named Brett Favre. What was it like when the Vikings had Brett Favre playing for them?
It was interesting.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Some spirited debates?
Yeah, very.
I sometimes wonder if Brett Favre didn't like playing for the Vikings better than the Packers. Do you think so?
I don't think so, no.
You don't?
I don't think so.
See how much fun he was having?
Yeah, but he won a Super Bowl with the Vikings, or with the Packers, so.
You almost said it. If there was another lightning rod made for this series, it was Randy Moss. They even put up a billboard in Wisconsin about him when he played. Do you think deep down, though, these people just wish that Randy Moss would have been a Packer?
The Packer fans, just to come here, they got to ride that really short bus, so it kind of figures to the mentality.
See, this matchup has some meaning everywhere because fans exist on both sides throughout the country. From military bases to nuclear submarines.
If there's in the NFL, one team I do not like is the Packers. I've been close with some Packers fans, obviously, but that's twice a year where I definitely try to do something big, either go out to watch the game or have people over. If we only won 2 games, let it be against the Packers.
Then there is the arena. No football stadium is more hallowed than Lambeau Field, where you can feel the heritage of what is and what was. Have you ever seen the ghost of Vince Lombardi when you've been there? There's rumors that it comes out.
No, because he'd probably be scared of me.
But you can feel his presence, can't you?
Oh my gosh, you can. You can feel everything about that place. It's awesome. It's an amazing place to go.
They even have weddings at Lambeau Field.
Yeah. Tell you what, when our friends from Belgium come to visit this July, that's where we're taking them.
What is a little troublesome in this neutral bar is that if you look at this TV screen on the Viking side of the bar, it's a little bit different than the much bigger TV screen in high definition, I might add, on the Packers side of the bar. They watch and seem to provide adrenaline for the people on the other side of the bar. Everyone has an opinion, even Santa Claus? Santa's not going to be happy with this.
No. We don't do this around here.
I suppose Santa's an XXL, and there's a lot of Packers sweatshirts that are XXL. Yes, even St. Nick gets caught in the crossfire. But that's what this is all about, a great slice of NFL Americana, the Vikings and the Packers. How long do you think it'll be before Aaron Rodgers plays for the Vikings? A couple years?
I don't know.
May they live in peace and prosper. Who's a better tipper? A Viking fan or a Packer fan?
No, it's equal. It's equal.
It's equal?
Yeah.
They're both cheap?
Yeah.
Life to the Max is brought to you by Life Touch. Photography for a lifetime.